Hello, beautiful minds. Hello, beautiful people who have good hearts, who have good thoughts and views regarding themselves and the world as well. Welcome to the International Fab Talks. Thank you for being a part of our journey. Thank you for enabling us to grow every single day and connect with as many unsung heroes as we could. Thanks to each one of you. Today, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Soumitra ma'am, who has shared the contact details of our celebrity and guest who is joining us today. She is Dr. Sangeeta Roy Maitra. She's joining us all the way from Kolkata, West Bengal. Hello, ma'am, and welcome to the session.
Hello.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting the invitation to the International Fab Talks.
My pleasure. It's a great pleasure for me to be on the platform, and thanks to you and Soumitra for connecting.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You're very polite and very humble. Thank you very much. My dear friends, it's time now to introduce our guest in an official way. Ma'am, I go ahead and share your profile in an official way, dear.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. My dear friends, you should know who is she. She is a person who's connected with the legal system, and how? That's a secret. I will let you know in just a second. Dr. Sangeeta Roy Maitra. She's completed a BA and LL.B from North Bengal University. She's a silver medalist. And she's completed her LL.M from North Bengal University. She's a gold medalist. That's really great. And she's also qualified for the UGC-NET. And she holds a Ph.D. from the North Bengal University and has had a consistently good academic record, being a gold medalist, a silver medalist, completing Ph.D., qualifying for the UGC-NET. All this tells us that she is really an amazing person. We could learn a lot. Many of us just relax with 1 or 2 degrees. Let's learn to go ahead, accomplish many things, and succeed in the world. Dear friends, she has done her degree, that is a PhD degree. She has completed a PhD entitled Human Rights of the Persons with Disabilities in the Indian Legal System, with special reference to the conditions in North Bengal. She has been bestowed with a scholarship by the International Institute of Human Rights, Strasbourg, France, and participated in the 44th study session in the International Comparative Law of Human Rights, held between 8th and 26th July 2013. And she successfully has, been into that zone. And now she's contributing much more to the universe, to different people across the world. She also holds a certificate on human rights, teaching from the University of Strasbourg, France. She's also a certified POSH enabler. She is an author and a wonderful public speaker. Dr. Sangeeta Roy Maitra has a teaching experience of more than 17 years. She started her teaching career in Jogesh Chandra Chowdhury Law College, Kolkata in the year 2006, where she worked for more than 7 years. Subsequently, she joined the Department of Law, Sikkim University, a central university. Presently, she is working as an assistant professor of law in the Government Center of Legal Education, Hooghly, Motion College, Chinsura, West Bengal. She is also a visiting faculty at AMT University, Kolkata. She teaches at the undergraduate, postgraduate, and as well as the doctorate level. Personally, she has lost her father at a very tender age, at the age of 16, but she never gave up. She's a very strong woman, which I would like all of you to be like that, and me too. And then she completed her education post-marriage and after the birth of her little son. Fighting several medical issues, she is raising her son as a single mother and dreams to soar higher and higher. Not only alone she wants to rise higher, she wants you to join her. She wants all of us to join her on the beautiful mission of rising above all the normal things, to give our very best to the universe and to live a full-fledged life, to live a complete life of bringing beauty into this world. Hello, ma'am, and namaste. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this lovely introduction.
Ma'am, what I feel is you're so simple, down to earth, and you've achieved so much. And if we read your profile, get to know your profile, we are really surprised. You're a one-man army. You've been doing so much. You've been contributing so much to the world, and you've selected beautiful things, especially the one connected with disability. And you're a POSH enabler. You're a single mom. You've lost your father at the age of 16. All of this has made you so strong. And apart from that, you've never given up on your studies. And that is the beautiful thing about you. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Dr. Sangeeta, how would you define yourself? Professionally, I have shared everything about you here. People would love to know more about you. How do you get the inner strength? Who is the real Sangeeta?
Like, I am a person who is not ready to give up easily. So for me, I'll see the end of it. It's like that. So not giving up, that is one of my biggest strengths, you can say. And I have my motivations and dedications towards certain things which help me go ahead and reach where I want to. So there are a lot more dreams to be achieved. So hope I achieve them one day. So that's it.
You will, ma'am, because you've achieved so much till now. Just in the short span, you've achieved so much. Definitely, you will achieve a lot more in the coming years. And we are confident and proud of you. And we would love many of you to be like ma'am, including me too. Yes. Dear ma'am, what inspired you to take this beautiful journey and take it up as a profession as well, entering the legal side of life or the legal professionals zone?
Yes. Ever since I was in school, I always wanted to take up law. I mean, from class 7, 8, I was like very much inclined to taking up law. But then I had the ambition of joining the JAG, the Judges Advocate General, which is the wing of Army, judicial wing of Army. So I was more inclined to joining JAG. But unfortunately, I got married early, and then married women are not allowed there. So then I did, when I was doing my LL.B, so I thought that in that case, I would be into academics. So I would be able to build more people like me, I felt. So that is why after doing my LL.B, I did my LL.M, Ph.D, cleared NET, and I love my profession. I love building these children. They are like uh, uh, they're just like I build them. I tell them this is how you do it, how you go about it, and now when they are more successful than me, and they acknowledge that uh, they have been able to achieve something because of my contribution in their lives, I think that is the biggest happiness in life.
That's really nice. A beautiful way to share that, ma'am. That's wonderful. Your students giving you the credit of their success.
Yes, yes.
Yes, that's very nice. Dear ma'am, being in this profession, being now as a faculty member, and dealing with students who are undergraduates, graduates, as well as doctoral level students, how do you feel? Is it easy or is it tough? How do you feel it personally?
No, see, actually, what happens is I have taught, if you know, like we have BA, LLB, BCom, LLB, BBA, LLB, number of 5 years integrated courses. So students of those courses, the BA, LLB, and the other ones, which are 5 years courses. So there we come across students who are very tender, 18 years, 17 years. So you have a different approach of dealing with them. But now where I teach, my present institution, there I teach students of 3-year LL.B. So 3-year LL.B course students are more mature because they have done their graduation or their post-graduation. So they are more mature. So handling them is different. And LLM students is different again because they already know certain things and you fine tune them. And when you're dealing with your doctoral scholars, it is again a different game altogether because they work on different areas of law which may not be my forte. But to guide them, I have to prepare myself. I have to go through all those things so that I can guide them as to how they have to prepare their thesis and all. So the approach is different for different levels.
Yes, dear. Thank you for enabling us to know that, ma'am. Thank you very much. Ma'am, many of our audience would love to know about your childhood. What type of a girl were you? Were you the naughty one or the very studious one in class?
Uh, I was I was not naughty actually, but I was a little tomboyish, and I was the pet of the teachers all throughout. In my school, in my college, all throughout my educational career, I have been the pet of the teachers because of my academic performances. So my teachers really loved me, and I'm in touch with many of them till now. My school teachers, who taught me in class 4, 5, 6. So I'm in touch with them, and fortunately, they remember me also. So that is something. So, and apart from that, I was not naughty, but I was a very stubborn kid to my parents. And I was a little tomboy because I would climb trees. And since my father was in the defense, and I spent a major part of my childhood in a defense cantonment area. So, and my schooling was also in army school. So that made me, taking challenges and doing things which usually boys do, and girls are like the petite good ones. And I was not like that as a kid.
Yes, dear. Ma'am, any incident, particular incident about your childhood, which is very fresh in your memory?
There is one incident, I can't call it an incident, but it is something which inspired me a lot when I did my PhD, rather choosing the topic of my PhD. Well, when I was in class 4, a special child got admitted in my class, her name is Nilina Parthe. And we used to call her Nilu, and she was a special child, and she was like a couple of years older than me. But I don't know why. Somehow my class teacher felt that I would be able to take care of her if anybody bullied her, or if anything, if she needed any help or anything like that. So she was made to sit next to me, and after that, 2 3 years she was with me in the school, and I used to play with her. And her parents also relied a lot on me, because they said that she felt very normal. I should be saying this, but she felt very normal being with me, because if she wanted to play she wanted to play football, like she would be able to run like other kids. So what I would do is I would run slowly, so that she could put up with the pace, and take her to any activity which would be going on in school. So when I went ahead to do my PhD, that uh, that affinity with Nilu, it inspired me to take up that topic for my PhD.
Beautiful, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing. And when you were sharing it, I could visualize you and your friend Neelu together. And really, no, it's so nice to give a tribute in a beautiful way like this, and selecting the topic for your PhD program was really wonderful. Very inspiring. Ma'am, apart from all the studies, do you have time to read some novels or fiction book or non-fiction books like that? If yes.
Yes, I love reading, but nowadays I don't get much time. Actually, that is the main problem, because I live in Kolkata, and my college is around 2.5 hours from Kolkata, and I travel a minimum of 5 hours every day. And it's like, first I walk to the metro station from my home, then I take the metro to a railway station. Then I travel for an hour through the local train, and then again I take a ferry service, and then I finally reach my college. So that takes up a whole lot of my energy, you know. So even though I like to read, these days I'm not getting much time, but otherwise I love reading, and especially I like Anand Nilkantan's books. Then Amish Tripathi and Chetan Bhagat are favorites of my generation, I believe. And there are some Bengali authors as well whom I like to read.
Yes, dear. You travel so long, ma'am. That's really so nice to know that you giving your very best training students and having to travel so far. Like you mentioned, 2.5 hours taking 2 trains and then again all of that. That really is awesome. And hats off to you for that. You know, many of us wouldn't be doing that. We'll say, yeah, no, we'll find something very close to our house, maybe. That's really nice. You're a very strong individual, ma'am. Ma'am, how do you think the world should remember you? And in what way should people remember Dr. Sangeeta?
Someone who has been a support to whoever has approached her, because this is something I really try to do. Maybe it is not possible for me to do always, but I always try to help and support people, you know. So that is how I want to be remembered. And of course, as a good teacher and educationist, that is of course there.
Yes, that's really great. Dear ma'am, you've lost your father at the age of 16. So would you like to share the tragedy that struck you at that tender age, and how did you feel? How you were able to come out of it? Because many of them will not be able to come out of it so easy.
Yes, that is because of my mother, you know, because when my father passed away, I was awaiting my class 10 results. So after that, like many people thought that it would be very difficult to carry on with the studies and everything. But my mother at that point of time, she said, no, whatever be it, uh, uh, I'll look into it. That I have an eldest sister, so both of them, they complete their education and they stand on their own feet. So that credit totally goes to my mother more than anything else, because she has always supported both of us.
That's really nice, ma'am. And hats off to your mom. See, one strong mother, you know, she can transform the lives of so many people.
Yes.
So that's the power of a woman. That's really nice. And I think she's passed on that to you too. You're the next one now sharing that.
I guess.
Yes. Dear ma'am, as you mentioned, like you have certain health issues or there are certain health issues. With regard to what and to whom? Is it with you or what is it? And in spite of health issues, you're able to continue forward. Would you like to share that experience as well?
Yes, you can see I'm wearing a shoulder belt.
Yes.
So this is my present condition. I mean, for the last 20 years, my son is 20 years now. And for the last 20 years, ever since his birth, you know, I have had multiple medical issues. Like when my son was born, there was some medical negligence case, because of which I suffered for around 13, 14 years. So that issue got sorted, but then I had some other issues. Something or the other keeps on happening. Now I have this spine and shoulder issue. This is going on for the last 5 months. And despite that, I'm doing everything. I'm doing my household chores. I'm going to college. I'm giving my lectures wherever invited. Whatever I do, I'm carrying on with my regular schedule, you know. So I've not given up. That is the thing. So I'm trying. Maybe at times I feel a little tired or a little disheartened. That is there because of the health, because my health does not permit me actually. But still, you know, my heart is very strong that I have to carry on. I just can't sit and brood that I am unwell. I am unwell. So I don't do that. So I have to keep going.
Excellent, ma'am. A very big message to all of us, especially the ladies. When we feel like, oh no, we have certain aches in our body or pain, like बैठ जाते हम लोग, we will not be like active. But I think we have to take something from you to never give up, to continue our journey, to be active in spite of all the odds. Hats off to you, ma'am. for that beautiful strength that you have within, never give up attitude, no matter what. Yes, dear ma'am, do you get some time? Now, books, you said it's quite difficult. So while traveling or maybe before you go to bed, do you have some time to watch a movie or maybe a small clip which gives you, peace of mind, or maybe which could keep you occupied, like entertain you? Is there something like that?
Mostly, fortunately, I have my students who are not only lawyers, but some of them are actors, some of them are dancers, singers, so they send me their videos and their YouTube links. So at the end of the day, I try to watch them because I have to give them a feedback, and I know my feedback matters a lot to them, so that I regularly watch, and I make it a point that before I go to bed, I'll go through it.
How sweet of you, ma'am. You're so nice. Empowering others, making others feel good, giving
Yes.
them their due respect, and acknowledging their efforts. It could be either song or dance. It could be just anything. That's really nice. Appreciating others. That's the beauty of life. When you begin to appreciate others, and that's really a wonderful thing. Dear ma'am, have you been traveling out of India? Because I've been sharing your profile. You're connected with a French university in France. So what's this all about? Did you go there? How did this journey begin of connecting with a French university?
Actually, this institute, this International Institute of Human Rights, it was actually founded by René Cassin. René Cassin is a person, if you have heard about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, like the entire human rights regime which we have now, it is based on that Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And one of the famous of that was René Cassin. So he founded, he got a Nobel Peace Prize for his contribution to human rights. And with that, in Strasbourg, it is the headquarters of the European Union. He found an institution where what do you call, they like hold different sessions relating to human rights issues. It could be like healthcare and human rights, right to privacy and human rights, any human rights issue, So I came to know about it from one of the websites, and I applied there, and they liked my profile because I had been working on human rights issues. So they granted me the scholarship, and I went there to attend the session, and I completed it. And while I was there, I got an opportunity to attend one more course relating to human rights teaching. So I did that certificate course as well. So that is it.
Excellent, excellent, ma'am. That's really nice. Have you been traveling to other parts of India apart from being in West Bengal and, traveling in West Bengal itself? Have you left West Bengal, crossed West Bengal borders and come to other states?
Yes, yes, yes. I have been to other states, of course. And apart from that, being a posh trainer, that has also taken me to other states. And now when things have become online, so online lectures throughout the country is
No
common these
easier.
days. So if I don't have to travel, I don't have to take the trouble of traveling, but I can reach out to a greater audience.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, you are a POSH enabler, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
what is POSH? If you could explain it to our audience in very simple
Yes.
terms.
It's like it's a prevention of sexual harassment of women at workplace. If you have heard about a lady called Bhavri Devi. I don't know. There's a movie also called Bavandar. It was directed by J.P. Datta, based on the life of Bhavri Devi. So Bhavri Devi was a village social worker in Rajasthan. Okay, and she tried to spread social messages, and she was a great crusader to stop child marriages. So, in one of her endeavors to stop child marriages, she was as a retaliation, gang raped by the higher caste people. So the matter was taken up by an NGO called Vishakha, and they went to the Supreme Court saying that the Bhabri Devi had to meet that flight because she was working woman. She was a woman and she was a working woman. So they asked the Supreme Court to issue certain guidelines so that this harassment of women at workplace could be stopped. So then Supreme Court issued certain guidelines and said that till we do not have a law on this, the guidelines would be in effect. And finally, in 2013, we had this act, the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013. So in that act, it has been made mandatory for the public and private sector and educational institutions to hold regular trainings, to have a committee, and there are certain other things as well. So that is why now POSH training is mandatory in public and private sector undertakings. So I am a certified trainer, and I hold trainings in the corporate sector as well as in the government sector.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing it with the history of it. How did it come into existence? Thank you for that. A much needed one, because all of us keep saying POSH training, POSH trainer. Actually, what
Yes.
it is and how it evolved.
Yes.
And
Now it is mandatory, because if you do not do it, you could be imposed a fine, of up to 50,000 rupees. And so the corporate houses are now at least gradually becoming aware of it, and they are holding regular sessions for their employees. And there is a requirement of having an internal committee. So the internal committee also has the requirement of an external member, and I am an external member of several organizations where I put to use my expertise in the matter.
yes, dear. Ma'am, I have a question for you. Thank you so much for sharing all of that, the internal committee, and you're a part of it, being an external member in that as well, which is a requirement, as you mentioned. Now, what type of complaints could one come up with regard to POSH? Because that needs a clarity, because in this case, as you mentioned, Banbari Devi case, it was completely a rape case. Now,
Yes. That was a rape case. That is extreme one. That is an extreme one, But apart from that, there are several things like calling somebody honey, sexy, sweetie, if she does not like it. If somebody likes it and acknowledges it, then there is no question of any complaint. But if somebody does not like it, or if a man is regularly asking a woman to go for a date, and he says that if you do not listen to me, I'll see that you're not able to work in the organization, and things like that, retaliation. So all these things, there are a number of instances. I cannot put all of that in a short span, but you have various things, trying to touch somebody, trying to be close to somebody for no reason, or giving a flying kiss, or trolling someone on Facebook, Instagram, or other social handles, sending nasty SMSs or WhatsApp messages. It could be anything.
Yes, ma'am, we've had one of our clients who had come up with this for counseling, that one of her colleague was spreading rumors about her to the
So
other
that is
colleagues.
also, if somebody is spreading rumors which are of a sexual nature, in the sense that about her sexual orientation, and about her personal life and things like that, which are basically because she is a female, things like that, her appearance and how she dresses and things like that. So in that case, if the rumors are going to such an extent that it is becoming difficult for her to give her best, and she's taking leave from work, and she's trying to avoid her colleagues, if things like those happen, then in that case it will be a case of sexual harassment.
Yes,
it is called hostile work environment. It is called hostile because you're making the work environment hostile.
yes, I get that. I get that. Thank you so much. My dear friends, if you face any of such issues in your life, please feel free to connect with our special celebrity and guest. She's a POSH trainer. You could either seek legal aid, or you could. But the only thing I want to tell you is don't suffer in silence. If you feel that
Yes.
you're not okay,
That is the biggest thing. And I always tell, whenever I hold my sessions, I tell my male participants that you should also come ahead and help your female colleagues, because many a time they do not have because most of the times what I have seen is females prefer to suffer in silence.
very true.
They don't want to come up with it because of the stigma, because
Yes.
of the social stigma which is associated with it.
Yes.
So this is one thing where the male colleagues, they have to give the support that you go ahead, we are there with you, and the employer has to hold regular training sessions so that they are aware of their rights. Otherwise most people do not know that there is a law like this and they have rights like this. So this is very important.
Yes, dear ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing that. Thank you for giving us a lot of clarity. And it makes us feel good that, yes, there is a law in place. No one can take advantage of you. No one can comment about you in an odd way, which you don't like. As you've said, even honey or sweetie or a flying kiss too, which is, you will not like it. Many of us wouldn't like it. The ones, if it's okay with you, it is fine. But if it's not okay with you, open your mouth, speak up, and break the silence.
Yes.
Than to be a silent sufferer, to put that right.
Yes.
And if you're a silent sufferer, ma'am, we've seen people taking more and more advantage of you just because you're silent.
Always so. Like when you open your mouth, the person himself feels so humiliated, that he prefers not to do that again. So if you keep quiet, they get encouragement. Okay, I'll do it again and again. She's not saying anything. And there's a general notion that if she is silent, it means that she's consenting to it.
Yeah, very true. So there's a big message here, loud and clear, that if you don't like it, please open your mouth. Don't be silent. It could be your house. It could be your neighborhood. It could be traveling in the bus, traveling in a public transport, mode of transport, public mode of transport, or it could be your workspace.
Podcast is applicable only in case of workplace sexual harassment.
Yes.
For any other kind of harassment, you have to look to the Indian Penal Code. Yes. There are provisions in the Indian Penal Code. Like if you're traveling in a bus or you're traveling alone, you're in the taxi and the driver is trying to harass you, then in that case, you have various police helpline numbers where you can approach. But the POSH Act specifically relates to sexual harassment of women only at workplace.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, for the clarity. Thank you. My dear friends, be it the workplace, be it your home, be it your friend circle, or wherever you are, break the silence.
The act extends to domestic helps as well.
Yes.
Even a female domestic help who is working in your home, if you are harassing her, in that case, she can also go to the local committee and file a complaint.
Oh, nice. That's really nice.
Yes.
Here, the big message is no matter where you are, break the silence. You may be an office goer, you just may be a college student, or you just can be a normal housewife. If you're facing anything which you don't like, break the silence, speak up against any form of abuse. You have things in place. Like if it's the workspace, it is the POSH Act. And if it's the other way, people are harassing you or bullying or troubling you in any way, the law is in place. You can connect with the right kind of people. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for that wonderful clarity. Thank you very much. It really makes us feel good that, yes, there is a law in India that's going to protect all of us, and we need not be afraid. Yes. If we are in the right, we need not be afraid. Dear ma'am, what is the one thing that you love about Sangeeta?
One thing I love about myself. Never thought about it, you know. uh, uh, maybe my dedication towards doing anything, what should I say? When I take up something, as I said, it's like I won't give up. My not giving up attitude. That I like in myself.
That's beautiful. And all of us should do that. Never give up, no matter how hard it is. Keep trying till try till you like your last breath, but keep trying at least. But don't give up. Whatever you
Yes.
want, the beautiful.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Because in my life, all the ups and downs that I have seen in my life, I've never given up. Maybe at times there have been phases which were very low, where I thought that I've lost all my strength. But then nothing helps. Nobody helps you more than you can help yourself. Because you go to a counselor, you go to a doctor, they will maybe give you medicines, talk to you. But if you want to live your life to the fullest, it is you who will do it. Nobody else will do it on your behalf.
Very true, ma'am. Very true. Dear ma'am, when you were a student, or in school, I could say, or in college maybe, did you take part in sports and games or in cultural activities?
Yes, very much. I was a very active participant in all these things. In school, sports and cultural activities, very much. I mean, anything that would take place in the school, I was there, the first one to raise my hand, And when I was the school vice captain, and I was the captain of one of the houses, and if we had the co-curricular activities every weekend, so I would be the host for those events. So I was a permanent host for those events which took place, and whether it be the Republic Day celebrations or the Independence Day celebrations, so all of it I would host, in my class 11th and 12th. And before that, be it debate, be it sports, be it recitation, be it anything, I was the first one to participate, so I loved all these things. And in college sports, not much, but yes, cultural activities. I'm a trained dancer, classical dancer. So I used to take part in the cultural activities in college.
Oh, nice. That's really nice. Multi-talented. Yes. That's beautiful. Dear ma'am, now we'd like to ask you one very important question. Like, there are many women out who are single mothers.
Yes.
What are the major challenges as a single mother you face, or you faced earlier, or are still facing?
See, the major thing is like the absence of one parent, what I feel, it makes the child, very sensitive, I can say. Like, at least about my son, I can say, he loses patience early. He gets angry, then I have to deal with him. I have to make him understand things. So it becomes very difficult uh, uh, from his perspective, And so far as I'm concerned, especially when I am unwell, I feel very helpless that there's nobody to look after me. But fortunately, I'm blessed to have some wonderful friends in my life who have stood beside me and who have helped me and who have taken care of me. So that way, and I feel that it is very important to have a social circle, It is very important to have a social circle, because if you brood and you think, oh, I am lonely, I am alone, there's nobody, that will not help you. It will neither help you nor help your child. So in that case, you build a social circle, you go out, you enjoy your life. So it's not that life is finished. So find ways to look for anything that you like to do. I'm a great fan of saris. So many of my male friends tell me that why do you keep on buying saris? So I say that, uh, uh, I mean, that gives me happiness. That is a way of finding happiness. And I have friends who are sari lovers like me, and we just select a theme, and we meet, and we talk about various things, and we spend some good time with each other, have food together, come back home happy and jolly. I think that boosts me. That is a booster for me. It keeps me happy. So anything, if you love watching movies, if you want to learn singing, if you want to learn dancing, age is no barrier. You can do it at any age. So find ways which makes you happy, because if you are not happy, you cannot keep your child or people around you happy.
Very true, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing. That's really very nice. You've been empowering many of the women out there who could be single mothers, taking care of their children, and what are the challenges and how to overcome the challenges too. You've given them a few tips. And when you spoke of saris, my eyes was like, wow, I just was listening to you. My ears was really like very sharp. Saris, like, do you have a collection of saris from all the parts of India, or is it only from West Bengal?
No, all over India. I'm like an ardent sari lover, and I mean, um, from south to north to every part, wherever I travel. Whenever I love traveling a lot. So whenever I travel to any part, I Google beforehand only what kind of sarees are available there. So I make it a point to buy one, at least one. It's like that.
Yes, dear. If I may ask you your favorite color with regard to the saris.
Green.
I mean, there are different shades in green. Your favorite
Yes.
shade?
So any shade of green. Green I love. I love green.
Yes, dear. The recent one is fluorescent green, like everywhere it's visible.
I won't wear a fluorescent sari, though I bought one.
Very bright.
Because I wanted to have every shade of green. But otherwise, I find green is something which is very lively. And when you look at green, it is something which soothes your eyes. And the plants are green. So I think that it's part of life. Very lively color, I feel.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, we'd like to ask you one important thing. As a professional, when did you have to do smart work, and when is it that you had to do hard work? Or is it only smart work, or is it only hard work, or a combination of both? Your thoughts on smart work and hard.
Yes, see, both of this are required. I cannot point only one. Like when I'm talking of smart work, like say for example, I have been given a specified time, and have been asked to cover plenty of things in a training session. So I have to be smart, and I have to pick up those areas which are important and which are useful, and then I do it. And when you talk of hard work, like hard work is more relating to when you're taking exams, like you're going somewhere as an external expert, and you're asking questions to 75 students in a day. Say from morning 10 a.m. you are starting, and you're ending at 5 p.m. So that is hard work, because they are providing their projects to you. You're going through the projects, you're asking them questions, you're listening to them. Based on that, you are marking them. So that is hard work. So both are different, and as and when the requirement is, you have to accommodate yourself accordingly.
Very true. You explained that so well with lots of clarity. Thank you, ma'am. Dear ma'am, what is the change that you'd love to see in the world? What kind of change, and in which area?
See, I feel that peace is much required in this world. I think of late, and because that I have been reading and writing about human rights issues a lot. Of late, the wars which have been taking place in the world and the role of United Nations, I'm very disappointed, and I feel that peace is the most important thing which we need in the world. And in addition to that, I think I think the world together should think of ways of eradicating poverty. Because when I see these children, not having food, not having clothes, it really pains me a lot. So I think peace and poverty are two things which I want the world to take care of at this moment.
Yes, dear. You're very right, ma'am. It is peace above all, and
Yes.
overcoming poverty and enabling others also to survive, giving them a chance to rise up. Because we've seen many people not allowing the others to rise up the ladder of success. They're always pulled down.
This is very common, this is very common. People don't like other success. If you are troubled, if you are distressed, they will enjoy it. But if you are successful, you will find a handful of people acknowledging and praising you.
Yes, I really agree on that. Yes. No matter what, I would like to take this from you. No matter what, don't give up. Even if
Yes,
others
don't.
are with you or not with you, you have to continue on your journey. Never give up. I take that from you. Yes, a beautiful message. Dear ma'am, what keeps the beautiful smile on your face always? You're always smiling, right from the start of the interview. There's that lovely, charming face that you have. How do you balance all of that in spite of the physical health that you're not okay, and you might face, challenges which could be related to your emotions or your thought process, but still you keep that smile. No one will know that, oh, this is wrong with Dr. Sangeeta.
Yes, this is something everybody says about me, right from my school days to my workplace now. Just the other day, my head of the department was telling me, we were having a meeting and there was a question of taking some serious responsibilities, and I was telling, give me the least. So he said, why? I said, so my health issues. And he said, the way you keep on smiling and you're always happy, nobody will say you are unwell. So I said, so that is something inherent in me. So even if I'm saying something which very something very upsetting about myself, I'll have a smile on my face. I don't know why. I always have that.
That's really nice. It's a gift. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, is there any weakness?
Yes. Weakness. At the moment, I would say weakness in the sense, because of my health issues, I'm so scared, that if something serious happens to me, who will take care of my son? So that is something which worries me these days, and because it's a nerve and spine issue, so it is taking a toll on my mental health, that if anything serious happens to me, um, who will take care and how will things get managed? But apart from that, it's fine.
Yes, dear. This is the mother in you, the motherly instincts in you, the motherly love that every mother has this in heart, and especially you have a little discomfort with your spine and shoulder, as you said. You're really concerned. I can understand that. Everything will be fine, ma'am. You will be okay very soon. All will be well. And you will be smiling with your son in the next session when you're here on the International Fab Talks with your son. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, do you ever get angry because you're very calm, composed? Do you ever find yourself getting angry on any issue?
I get very angry at times, and especially when my son doesn't study. That makes me very, very angry. So when you ask the question, he's in the other room. He giggled because he know that just before the session, I was very angry with him because he was planning to go for some internship interview just a day before his exam. And I was very angry that I won't let you go. So that is why he said, so he says that I know how angry you are. So I do get angry. So, but at workplace, really. So if I get angry at workplace, so my students know that something is really wrong. She's angry. So otherwise, I usually try to keep my temper under control.
Yes, dear. When you talk about students, ma'am, you just spoke about your students, that they identify, yes, ma'am is not okay today, we shouldn't trouble her maybe, or, we respect her more or love her more on that day, where we understand that she's not in the normal mode, like she may flare up at any given time. Now, I'd like to ask you, what is it in the students that irritates you as an academician, as a trainer? What is it that you don't like in students? What kind of
No,
behavior?
say I'm teaching something very serious, and I find some of them happily gossiping, and that irritates me to the core. And when I started my career more than 17 years back, I was very young, and students didn't think me to be a teacher. That was a big problem then. So gradually I had to make myself uh, so serious and of such a kind that they have to listen to me, and otherwise they'll be thrown out of the class. So but still those students now, they have become judges, they are teaching in colleges, universities, or are very successful lawyers, and now they say, ma'am, now when we speak and somebody does not listen to us, we remember how much you would tell us that one day when you will be on the other side, you will realize how much it bugs when somebody you are addressing is not listening to you. So many of them, they've texted me, or they have met me in person, and they have told me that, ma'am, all that you said is coming true now.
Well, that's really nice. Excellent. That's beautiful. A beautiful sharing. And I could imagine all of them, getting back at, sharing their views and thoughts about how they're experiencing life now and how they regret having disturbed, the class knowingly or unknowingly. You never know. Students do it unknowingly too, sometimes knowingly.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, your best student. Do you have any favorite student who has been very, inclined towards academics and studies? Do you have a list of students like that?
Plenty. Plenty. I mean, 17 years, you can
Yes,
understand, and teaching across various institutions.
very true.
So many of them, and picking up one would be very unfair.
Very true.
Shomitra happens to be a very dear student of mine, and the social work which she does, I really appreciate that. And I try to be beside her as far as it is possible for me. Many times I cannot, but still I try to. Then there is one student of mine called Ruchira Banerjee. She's in Bangalore. Uh, she is like, whatever I tell her, she'll listen to it blindly. She'll not question it. She's like that. And there are many other girls. My girls are more close to me, and there are girls like who have problems in their personal life, and like they confide a lot of things to me, and they call me up, and I mean, they seek my advice. That way, like my female students are like, I'm very close to them. Many of them I can't name like that. There are so many.
Yes, dear. Lots of love and respect to all of the students who are under the guidance of our special celebrity and guest. She's Dr. Sangeeta Roy Maitra. Yes, dear. All the way joining us from Kolkata, West Bengal. Dear ma'am, if you weren't who you are today in this profession, as a trainer, as a teacher, as an academician, what other profession you would have chosen?
Maybe I would be a better mother. Given more time to my child, because I got married early, and when I was in my first year of LL.M, my son was born. I wrote my exams when he was 5 months old. So it was very tough, and at times I would lose my temper, and I would lose my patience, and I had health issues also after his birth. So I always feel that if I was not doing anything, I would have been a better mother.
How sweet. That's really nice. So you have that beauty within you of wanting to give back so much to your child and, of course, to the universe as well. I could see the mother in you, the love that you have for your child. Yes, dear, that's really beautiful. And once you're a mother for ever till the last breath. Once the transformation takes place,
Yes, yes, yes.
till the last breath, you are a mother. You can never forget the child, or even for a single moment. Like you're all, it's always here that how is the child? Is my son okay? No matter what age the child may be, the son or daughter.
Yes, yes, yes. That's
Yeah.
always true.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, I would like you to share a suggestion, or maybe an advice. We could take it as an advice or a suggestion to whoever wants it in that way. If they want to be like you, if they want to be in your shoes, they want to be the next Dr. Sangeeta, achieving all of this in spite of all the ups and downs, in spite of the ill health, etc. Because we found many people, they have certain ill health, they're committing suicide, they're unable to bear that and giving up their lives, or they're unable to manage the stress in their head that's going on in their lives. They are ready to give up their lives and given up as well, many of them. Now, what is the advice or suggestion you would like to give to everyone who would like to be like you?
The first thing I would say is that love yourself. Because if you love yourself, others will also love you. So that is very important. Love yourself. Let nobody care for you, but you have to find your happiness. You have to find ways to enjoy your life. So give importance. Yes, don't be a narcissist. I am not asking you to be a narcissist, but it is so important that if you are having a struggling phase, uh, have patience that it will be over one day. And I'm a great believer of karma, that I believe that if I do good, I'll get back something good. Maybe not immediately, maybe after 10 years, maybe after 15 years, but I know in my lifetime I will get something good. So have faith in yourself, keep that confidence in yourself, have that dedication to do something in life, and never give up. That is it.
That's beautiful. Never give up. Again, I love this. It's a very strong one. Dear ma'am, you mentioned the term narcissist. Would you
Yeah.
like to share and define it for all our the common people out there who are hearing this word for the first time?
No, I mean, self-love is important, but when you are loving yourself above everything, above everything, you are your prime importance. You are not bothered about your family, your society, your what to say. You say you are loving somebody, but you're not giving the proper care and attention to that person. Maybe you don't even care for your parents, your wife, your husband, your children. You're only bothered about yourself. So these people, these kind of people, they are like very self-obsessed and self-centered kind of person who put themselves above everything. And they will maybe tell you that, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But end of the day, it will not be for anybody else, it will be for them. It will be for them in the sense, uh, it will give them some kind of uh, getting recognition is different, but something which you will be able to boast about, that is different. Boasting is different, getting recognition is different. I think you understand the difference.
Very true.
So
Yes.
these people, they love to boast about themselves. It is not that somebody is recognizing my efforts, recognizing my contribution. That is different. Like I am like in my own world where I am giving myself the prime importance and I'm not thinking about anybody in the world. So these kind of people.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing that and making it very clear. Thank you so much. We've got a clear information as to who a narcissist is and how you should avoid being a narcissist. Dear ma'am, I would like you to share a nice favorite proverb or a quotation of yours.
Yes, this I always say, God helps them who help themselves. I strongly believe in this, because if you don't help yourself, nobody will help you. And I believe there's a God in every person. In every human being, there's a portion of God. So if you want to be helped by others, always make effort to help yourself first. So if you don't help yourself, nobody can help you.
Yes, dear. A beautiful quotation. Thank you so much. My dear friends, help yourself and God definitely is with all of us. Yes, it's only the efforts that we put in will be recognized. Never give up on yourself. Dear ma'am, you have accomplished so many things as a mother, as a professional, as a good human being. And the topic that you've chosen for your PhD too is really a very a beautiful one, and that is connected with Neelu, as you said, it's somewhere down the lane. You've shared that too with us. Now, I'd like to ask you, among all of these achievements, achieving a PhD is not a joke. And, being a single mom is not a joke. Giving 17 years as a trainer, as a teacher, as an academician also requires a lot of grit and stamina and determination. Among all these achievements, which one is the wow moment that you felt, wow, I achieved this and this makes me really feel good?
When it was when I got a gold medal in LL.M, because my son was, I told you, my son was just born, and I wrote my first year exams, LL.M first year exams when he was 5 months old. And it was very difficult, it was very difficult. And I would wake the entire night with him on my lap, feeding him, because at that point he would be fed only breast milk. So I had to feed him the whole night, and I would study. And when the results came out, the LL.M part 1 results came out, and my friend called me and he said, you have passed. I said, I've passed. So I was so happy. And I asked him, how much have I got? So, and he told me, you've got this much. So I said, it's a first class. So he said, yes, you are the only one who has got a first class. And I was like, I mean, I can't tell you the happiness I had. And the next day when I went to the university, the head of the department, I went to him to seek his blessings. I touched his feet, and then sir said, ये कमाल कैसे कर दिया तूने? I said, sir, क्या किया? So he said, तुझे पता है तूने क्या किया? And I was like, मैंने क्या कर दिया ऐसा? So he said, तूने रिकॉर्ड किया है. रिकॉर्ड सर, क्या रिकॉर्ड? So he said, जब से यूनिवर्सिटी में LL.M की क्लासेस शुरू हुई है, तब से लेकर आज तक किसी भी स्टूडेंट को LL.M पार्ट 1 में फर्स्ट क्लास नहीं मिला है. यू आर द फर्स्ट स्टूडेंट जिसको LL.M में LL.M पार्ट 1 में फर्स्ट क्लास मिला है. So I was the first one in the history of the university to get a first class in LL.M, and with my what is a newborn child. So that was like out of the world happiness.
Excellent, excellent, ma'am. I visualized all of that which you shared now. Seriously, holding the baby while you're studying, feeding the child while you are studying, going to your, the college, and then seeking the blessings of the person sitting on the chair there, and he giving you the message that you've broken a record. All of that, I could just visualize that beautiful moment. Excellent, ma'am. So yes, we get to know that this was one of the wow moments in your life. Excellent, dear. Dear ma'am, do you even love pets? You have some time for pets? Have you ever had a pet before?
No, I'm not fond of pets. I'm not fond of pets. I'll feed a dog on the road, it's fine, but I don't prefer pets at home.
Yes. Ma'am, I would like you to share your thoughts on the word forgiveness. What does forgiveness mean to you, and how would you explain this?
I'm a very forgiving person, you know. Somebody comes and says sorry to me and sheds a few tears or folds hand, and I'm like, oh, theek hai, koi baat nahi, koi baat nahi. So I'm so forgiving in nature that at times I really, get angry with myself that why am I like that? So, but yes, there are situations in life which I might forgive, but I'll not forget. There are many instances in life which I will not forget. And people say it should be the reverse. So for me, like, I forgive people. I don't carry on with, something which has happened between me and somebody. So that is there in me. But yes, I don't forget things which have, you know, uh, which have hurt me to the core. That becomes difficult to forget.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, imagine you have a time machine in your hand. We've given you a time machine. We ask you to click one of the buttons, and when you click one of the buttons, that will take you right into the past era. There, the task is you relive somebody's life and come back. If that was the case with you, whose life you'd love to relive and come back?
Whose life? Or maybe I want to be a queen, you know. Live the life of a queen. Like Jodha Bai, you know. I liked Aishwarya so much in that movie. Maybe something like that. Live the life of a queen and come back.
Yes, dear. You are a queen in this life too, ma'am. You've achieved so much. And like many of us, people like me and our audience will definitely look up to you, because what level you've achieved and how you're balancing everything so well. To us, you appear like a queen, and you appear to us like a role model and inspiration. Yes, dear.
Thank you for your kind words.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, and welcome to. Ma'am, what kind of changes you visualize in the next 50 years with regard to the educational sector or the law or in general?
See, unfortunately, what I see now, the education sector is facing a downfall. Downfall in the sense, I'll tell you, uh, uh, not particularly law, maybe, but in the other streams like chemistry, physics, mathematics. You know, students are not too inclined these days to take up these subjects. And in government colleges, since I teach in a government college and I go to various government colleges to give lectures, there when I interact with the faculty members there, they tell me that I mean, like 50 to 60% of the honors seats remain vacant, or the postgraduate seats remain vacant. I don't know why it is so, but I think this is something which needs to be thought about. That why is it taking place? The new national education policy which has come up, I don't know whether it will be able to address the situation much. I'm not too hopeful about it. Many good things have been addressed in it, but just increasing the study hours is of no solution. I think quality matters more than quantity always. And nowadays, looking at my son also, what I see is they always have an inclination of earning early. They want money in their hands early. So they do, like in our times, I studied BA LLB for 5 years. And in those 5 years, apart from giving home tuitions to school students, I didn't think of anything else. That once let me finish my course, then I will do it. But now students are like, they are doing internships, are of course important to do, that is very important, but apart from that they're looking for quick money. And maybe because of that they don't have the patience to go through this 4 years of graduation now. under the new education policy. So if something has to be worked really in this regard, because if students don't study these subjects, these serious subjects, science will take a back foot, technology will take a back foot. So these things have to be pondered upon. And the next coming days, I don't know, because students these days are not hardworking at all, not hardworking at all. They just Google, they copy paste, and they produce something. And you ask some in-depth question, they will not be able to answer it. And it is, if I talk about law, it is across all levels, UG, PG, and PhD. So it is across all levels, because everybody wants to do things in a shortcut, which is not desirable. You can't get everything in a shortcut. You have to work hard. Smart work, as you said, smart work is important as the situation arises, but there is no substitute to hard work.
Yes, dear. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your beautiful thoughts on that. I really appreciate that much. Dear ma'am, imagine if the Almighty or the universal energy gifted you a superpower and gave you the opportunity to choose it for yourself. Which one would you choose?
I would pray that everybody is healthy, everybody has a shelter, everybody gets food and clothes. So it is not for me. I want it for each and every human being. And it's something I don't have the capacity. But if I would have a magic wand, maybe I would pray for this.
Yes, dear. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. That's beautiful, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, dear ma'am. Thank you for sharing all of that. We have a very big question, ma'am. There are several people of us, irrespective of gender, unable to identify the toxic situations in life, the toxic people around us. Would you like to share something on this, my dear?
Yes. I myself have experienced this, and still I don't think that I'm always able to identify these kind of people, because it is very difficult to understand and identify them. But more or less, these people are initially very sweet spoken, and gradually, as they open up, you will understand that it was all a sham. It was like a cover up. They are actually not that. They will show yourself, and they will exploit you. They will exploit you mentally. They will damage you to an extent that you will lose your zest for life. uh, this I came across one such person when I was teaching in one of my previous organizations. I won't take the name, but like the principal of the institution, he was disciplined. He was a good administrator, but his attitude, I felt, was at times toxic. Like when I joined, he was very sweet, very nice, and I thought he's a very nice person. But gradually, like, he was finding every opportunity to humiliate me and insult me in front of students. Like, I was doing my PhD, I went to him and I told him, sir, I want a few days leave because I have to go to Delhi for my research. And he said, put down your papers and go, and that too in front of students. So that humiliation, it is very difficult to digest. And then he had some set of pet students who would create ruckus in the class. And then he would call a meeting just to tell that she is not fit to teach, she does not know how to control a class, should she be kept in the college, like this. So made the situation so toxic that at one point I thought that I will resign. I will resign. There's no point continuing like this. Then, because of this level of stress, like say I have taken a cab, and the cab broke down on the way. It is not my fault. So I remember there was a big Volvo bus coming, and the auto I was traveling in refused to go after a certain distance. And I knew I had to reach on time, because if I don't reach on time, again, I will be insulted and humiliated in front of the other teaching faculty and the students, whoever is there. So while I was crossing the road, I was almost under the wheels, almost under the wheels. People, they pulled me, and they told me, "Are you mad? This big bus is coming. What will happen if you wait for a few minutes for the road to be empty and then cross?" So I said, "No, no. If I don't reach on time, then in that case, the humiliation which I have to face is greater." So that was something, I realized how what toxic people are like. They will make your life hell. They will take away all your confidence. They will, destroy you to an extent that, and during that period, I had a miscarriage also, and the doctor said it was all because of the stress. And the doctor said, "What stress are you having?" I said, "I have to reach on time, because if somebody creates a ruckus in class, I have to control that, and I have to give my best so that nobody is able to point a finger at me." So that stress, in the beginning of my career, that I realized that what people are actually, because the students were liking me, so he was trying to create every kind of problem. This I faced in another organization as well, because the students like me, the other colleagues, they tried to, they were so toxic. Initially they were very sweet. "Let's have coffee together, let's have this together." And I thought they're nice people, but later on they showed their true colors, and they will show it to an extent that you will not feel like working there.
Yes, dear, I understand. And I get what you say. I could resonate also with you. It has been like that, yes. There are people, as you say, toxic in the work environment as well, who would never want to see you rise. They would want to like you to be below them. Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing that. I'm really proud of you that you shared that so nicely. Very proud of you, because that will give the courage to others to speak up against any form of abuse, to stand up for yourself.
It is there that you give your best. You give your best in whatever you're doing. So whatever anybody is planning and plotting against you, your word will speak, and one day the truth will come to the fore, that who is right and who is wrong. Maybe I said karma. So maybe not immediately. Maybe you have to face, but identifying toxic people is very difficult. Very difficult. But this is something in there in them, that initially they'll pretend to be the best person you have met on this earth.
Yes, dear. Yes, ma'am. Very true. Very true. Dear ma'am, what is the best thing in West Bengal, the place where you stay, the city of joy, Kolkata? What is it that you love about Kolkata?
The food.
Veg,
The
non-veg?
food. It's non-veg. Veg also you get a huge variety. At least people say I'm a good cook, and I cook a variety of veg Bengali cuisines as well. So veg, non-veg, I love food. Food here you get every kind of food. You want Punjabi, you want South Indian, you want Lebanese, you want Mediterranean, you want any Korean, you want any kind of food. It's a foodie's paradise. And the sweets are to die for, and especially in this season, in winters, you get date palm jaggery sweets. They are like, you feel that it is amrit. It is so good.
Yes, dear. I'm a sweet tooth person, and you're sharing all of that. Yeah. Yes, dear. Ma'am, if you were to share this with everyone, if you come to Kolkata, which is the best part to visit? Which is the best place or sightseeing place in Kolkata? If you could share that according to you.
I would first of all recommend a ride on the Ganges. You know, it is a beautiful experience, and especially if you do it in the sunset. So they take you a ride across the two iconic structures, Vidyasagar Setu and Howrah Bridge. Howrah Bridge, I mean, people whenever come to Kolkata, they identify Kolkata with Howrah Bridge. So if you take a ride, there are cruises available. So if you take a cruise, an evening cruise, have food, enjoy the ride for an hour and a half or more, and you will love it. And of course, go to Belur Math. Go to Belur Math. That is also a must visit. That also I like. And apart from that, people who are very religious, they put Dakshineshwar and Kalighat also on their wish list. So plenty of other places as well. Now we have an eco park which has the 7 wonders of the world. We have a wax museum, and we have a Vishwa Bangla Gate. Plenty of things. And you must come during Durga Puja. Yes, if anybody wants to see the actual flavor of Kolkata, you have to come during Durga Puja. It's a totally different world altogether then.
Yes, dear. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing that. Thank you. You really took me on a visual trip now. And yes, definitely, if we are to make it to Kolkata, it should be during the Durga Puja. We can enjoy it to the fullest. Thank you very much, ma'am. Dear ma'am, we've come to an end to the main round of the interview. We have a small segment called as the rapid fire round, which will take another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, if I haven't asked any question, if I've skipped out a main question, if you'd like to answer that and remind me that, yes, this is also important to share, you're most welcome to share before we start the rapid fire round.
It's fine. Go ahead.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. My dear friends, it's time now for the rapid fire round to get to know the likes and dislikes of our celebrity and guest. She's Dr. Sangeeta, a special person with a lovely heart. Why is she special? Because she's able to enable us to think for ourselves, to never give up no matter what, to focus on our lives, to empower our lives and others. So she is a person who's empowered herself. Even if nobody stands with you, you stand for yourself. That's the beautiful message she has shared with us. Yes, dear ma'am. Now we come down with this beautiful question on the rapid fire round. Your favorite breakfast?
Luchi aloo dum. It is a Bengali breakfast.
Something like a puri and?
Yes, puri and aloo dum, yes. Puri, but it is not made of atta, it is made of maida.
Yes. Guess how I know? One of the persons recently shared that, something like that. So I just got an idea of that. And that's really nice. With aloo dum, you say, is that?
Yes.
Ma'am, among all the 12 months, your favorite one?
December.
Any specific reason?
My son's birthday.
How sweet. That's really nice. Again, I could see the motherly love in you. The unconditional love of a mother. That's beautiful. Ma'am, among the 7 days, your favorite day?
Wednesday.
Your favorite number?
6.
It's really nice. Thank you so much. Is it comfort or style?
Style.
So sweet. I'm so happy to hear that, because all this time I've heard it's comfort and it's style. That's really nice. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, the next question coming up. Any phobia?
Water.
Water?
I mean, what to say? Fear of drowning.
Even I have that fear. That's why I'm scared of going in the water. Maybe like, how will I'm feeling myself choked in the water. Before I enter in that, I feel something like that. I can get that feeling. Yes. Dear ma'am, is it tea or coffee?
Coffee, always.
Black coffee, milk coffee?
Black coffee. Rather cold coffee.
Oh, great. That's really nice. The insect that you don't like?
Lizard.
Yes. What is that one thing that people don't know about Dr. Sangeeta?
One thing that people don't know about me. I think I'm a very open person. Yes, that I get angry at times. People think I don't get angry.
Yes. So sweet. Thank you. Your favorite music, ma'am?
Hindi film songs, old Hindi film songs, and Rabindra Sangeet.
Yes. As you mentioned, film songs. Would you oblige to sing a song for us, if I may ask you?
Sangeeta, but I'm a terrible singer, you know. I mean,
एक लाइन हो जाए मैम, एक
नहीं
लाइन.
नहीं मैं गा ही नहीं सकती. अरे जब हम कॉलेज में जब एडमिशन लिया था तो वो फ्रेशर्स वेलकम में उन्होंने वो चिट निकाल के बोला था. वो तब कैडबरीज डेयरी मिल्क का एक एड आता था. वो एक लड़की क्रिकेट ग्राउंड में यू यू करके कुछ करती थी. एंड आई हैड बीन आस्क्ड टू सिंग दैट. And it was so terrible, you know. All the boys who were interested in me stopped looking at me after that song. So I don't want to sing again.
Oh dear. Thank you for sharing that. You know, you reminded me of that beautiful advertise that Cadbury. She runs in this stadium, I guess,
Yes, yes.
celebrating
Uh,
the victory of
uh,
somebody scoring or something, some runs. Yes. Yes. Dear ma'am, we come down to the next question.
Yes.
Next question here is like, what is your favorite snack?
Favorite snack? Golgappa?
Superb. That's really. How many can you eat at one go?
Not more than 10.
That's really nice. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
Life is all about money or happiness?
Happiness. Happiness.
You consider yourself to be an introvert, extrovert, or an ambivert?
Ambivert.
When you're all alone, nobody's with you at that given moment, no gadgets as well, no pen, paper, books, nothing. A chair and you on the chair sitting down, then naturally one has to just get connected with their thoughts. And there's nothing around to view also on the wall, maybe a calendar or maybe a beautiful picture. Nothing is there. It's just blank walls around you and a door, of course, to enter. Where do your thoughts take you? Past, present, or future?
Past.
Yes, dear. Is it salty, sweet, spicy, or sour food?
Salty and spicy.
You love socializing or me time?
Socializing.
Beach or forest?
Beach.
Song or dance?
Dance.
You are already trained in classical dance, right? You said?
No, I trained as a dancer. I mean, before my marriage, and during the lockdown, I was taking some online classes, you know, because I had plenty of time during lockdown. So I had taken up some online sessions.
Like what type of dance? Is it the kuchipudi or what is it? Manipuri? What's the favorite?
I used to learn Kathak, and apart from that, I did folk dance. And in Bengal, we have this specific style called Rabindra Nritya. It is based on the songs of Rabindranath Tagore. So, learned all that.
Could you show us one or two moves, ma'am? One or two.
If my shoulder was fine, I would definitely shown you.
Possibly. I'm sorry, I can get that. Sorry for us. That's really nice for sharing and reminding me that yes, I would have shared it with you, but then yes, I have for the moment I have a shoulder problem and a spine problem. Dear ma'am, you like to walk or ride a two-wheeler or drive a four-wheeler?
Walk.
Is it reading or music? What priority you have?
Reading.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, is it chocolates, cakes, or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Which flavor?
Butterscotch.
Yes.
Mostly butterscotch.
Okay. Even if it's on a winter day, a chilly winter night, or a chilly winter evening, would you have one?
Yes, I don't mind having one, but it should be with a brownie, you know.
Oh, great. That's really nice. And the best Bengali sweet dish which you love to eat?
Best Bengali sweet dish. Uh, it's a fusion sweet which you get in only one shop in Kolkata. It's called Nolen Gur Souffle. So it's made of date palm jaggery souffle, and it's heavenly, you know. There's a bit of shandesh and there's a bit of cream, and it's all date palm jaggery flavor. It's out of this world.
Yes, dear. Ma'am, you're making my mouth water now. You do me a favor. After the session, when you're free, kindly send me the photo of this sweet. You know, at least उसको
Okay.
देख के तो अच्छा लगेगा मुझे कि भाई चलो भाई ये sweet है. Yes. Yeah. And would you like to mention the shop where it is available?
It's called Balaram Mullik and Radharaman Mullik. There are plenty of outlets across Kolkata.
Yes, dear. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much. Yeah. Now I'm lost in the world of sweets. Now I have to come back. Yes. Your favorite season, ma'am?
Winters.
Your favorite mode of transport: land, waterways, airways, railways, roadways, railways. If I could split landways into them.
Like at this point, I'm a dedicated railway passenger because half of my day is spent in the railways only. 1 hour in the metro, another 1 hour in the local train. So I'm a dedicated railway passenger. So and I love traveling by train.
How nice. A
How
dedicated. Please continue, please. Yes, dear. You were sharing something.
Yes, yes. So but to save time, flights, of course, and road transport, I don't like much.
Yes, dear. A dedicated railway passenger. No, that's really nice. I get that. Yes, ma'am. Beautiful. And lots of comfort also in the railway trains when you go. Yes.
Local trains are a pain, but still,
Mm-hmm.
I have no option. I have to travel.
Because I think it's jam-packed, I guess, is it?
Very crowded, very crowded.
A beautiful day in one word.
My birthday.
Maybe know the date, please, such that I can wish you on that day.
It's 6th of September.
Yes. Thank you so much. 6th September. That's really nice. We'll wish you from the International Fabtalks. Ma'am, you love to spend time in a city, a village, or a town?
City. City.
You said you're a wonderful cook, right?
People say.
People say, yeah, that's the thing we want now. See, when we cook, we have to, we अच्छा ही लगता जो भी हम पकाते हैं. लेकिन जो लोग बोलते हैं कि भाई your cooking is really great, either our family members or friends, our parents, it's like, yes, we are a great cook then. So if people are saying it around you, then really you are a wonderful cook, ma'am. Your favorite recipe? You're good at what? Preparing what?
You have, are you a veg or non-veg?
Both.
Both. Have you had hilsa fish?
Not yet, not as yet, ma'am.
So, I mean, Bengalis are a great fan of hilsa fish. So, people say I cook that hilsa fish really well. I have certain chicken recipes which my friends like, and some egg recipes which my friends like, and my son is a paneeritarian. You know, he does not have anything apart from paneer, so I have to evolve paneer recipes, you know. Every day I have to think of something new, way of cooking paneer, and I don't like to eat paneer anymore now because of cooking so much paneer.
Yes, dear. I get that. Thank you for sharing, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ma'am, you are a favorite teacher now to many of the students out there. I'd like to know now your favorite teacher when you were a little student.
Uh, uh, Very difficult to say again, but still, to this day, under whose guidance, I mean, whom I treat as my professional guru, he is Professor Rathin Banerjee. I did my PhD under him, and I've learned a lot from him. A lot from him. I mean, whenever I am on the verge of giving up on something, he's the one who encourages me. He's the one who tells me not to give up. He tells me how to go about it. And even at this age, when I have any kind of any confusion regarding anything, I just reach out to sir. So sir is my guru.
Yes, dear ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing. Thank you. If I were to gift you and make you like choose an apple or a samosa, what would you pick up? Select.
Samosa. Samosa.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, you're a person who's connected with lots of books, sipping into the field of training and teaching books. Now, the truth here, which we would like to know is life all about experiential learning or theoretical learning? Where does one learn more? As you've also focused on the importance of education.
Both are required, both are required. You cannot do one without the other. Theoretical is important, then you see how you practically implement it. So there is a difference between the two, but both of them are equally important. You can't give importance to one and put the other in the back foot. So that's not possible.
Yes, dear. I get that now. Thank you very much. Dear ma'am, till date, the most precious gift that you've ever received till date?
The most precious gift, my medals, my university medals.
Gold medal and silver medal, right? That's beautiful. And you explained it also how you got them, right? Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, before we sign off for today, we'd like you to give us 3 gifts. And we expect you to join us again in future Fab Talk shows on how your journey is going ahead, and any topic that is of interest to you which you'd like to share with us, you're welcome. Even if you're not, we're going to request you and bring you back again on International Fab Talks because you're a lovely person. You're
It
so
would be my
sweet
pleasure.
person.
It would be my absolute pleasure. I
Yes.
loved the session, and I felt that I never felt that it is an interview kind of thing. I was just chatting with you. So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, ma'am. Now, ma'am, towards the end, we'd like you to share with us 3 gifts, 3 magical words, apart from please, sorry, and thank you.
Hard work, dedication, and what do I say? Strength.
Yes. Hard work, dedication, and strength. These are the 3 keywords. These are 3 magical words which could help us to go ahead in our life. Thank you very much, ma'am. Looking forward to many more interactions. Thank you so much. Stay blessed, stay connected.
Thank you so
the
much.
best thing is never give up. These are the 3 things which I love.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. My dear friends, with this, we come to an end to the International Fab Talks for today. Stay connected with us. Join us on the next session. But don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Share this beautiful video with friends, family, and of course, with people you know or don't know. Ask them to view it such that they could learn how to overcome their challenges. They would learn so many beautiful things in life as to how they could take their life forward and how they could select a beautiful profession for themselves. No matter what you face in life, you have to succeed as a professional as well and not be dependent on others for any financial aspects of your life. Stay safe, stay blessed. God bless. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.